curious here. You know, if I met God, the first thing I would really have to ask him is, "Excuse me, but why do you exist?" Because to me, God, or what would appear to be a God, would be something like something out of science fiction, like the entity in Solaris, or some kind of quantum strange FTL communication between freaking people, like the astronaut's wife or the Borg, except it doesn't freaking physically change you, it just connects to your mind, or I can't think of what else right at the moment, or maybe some kind of semi quantum entity like freaking at the end of Star Trek 5, Why does God need a starship? Why did God need shepherds? You know what I mean? I mean, is it like the monolith from 2001? I mean, we have no evidence of anything other than a naturalistic world governed by the laws of physics and nature. Even if we saw a thing that all of a sudden enhanced our intelligence, we could see the artificiality of it by its influence. Now, maybe 3,000 or I don't know what, 3 million years ago, it might have got lost in the records of time, or it might have been reinterpreted as a naturalistic event, like the out of Africa scenario, but it's very hard to believe that there wouldn't be a noticeable jump by fossil records. 1 minute you would have a Paleolithic humanoid, or not humanoid, hominoid, and then the next second you would have something that was equivalent to freaking Homo erectus or Cro-Magnon in a small geological area, and then progressing out rapidly from there, instead of more like various hominids around the globe either driving each other to forced extinctions or merging, you know. So there's the latest theory. I think it was that on proto-humans that the Neanderthal and the various other hominids at the time were driven out by Homo sapien, or Cro-Magnon man. I tend to believe more of the merger theory, that we're a conglomeration of subspecies of of hominids. So, but there's chromosomal evidence so far that suggests otherwise. And therefore, the world is just too balanced for naturalistic means to have any sort of type of anything else than pure determinism. So if I met a god, I would want to know what was the point of seeding a primitive culture with contradictory superstition. Would it be some kind of way of forced evolution just by introducing cultural concepts, or would it be some kind of contamination from an entity or aspect of an entity society, well, advanced technological society, that actually acted like entities? They were so advanced that it would be, an evolution of the society just by an incident or a slight contact alone. you made the monkeys go, and all of a sudden, we're driving around in automobiles. I mean, maybe that's all it takes. You know what I mean? And I could get into a million other sci-fi examples of possible pseudo-science what ifs, that are close to reality but would probably be scientifically unlikely because they would just be too improbable to be realistic. So if I met God, I would have to ask, why? Why, God, are you God? Or why are you taking the aspect of being God? That's something I would have to ask, And if it's something like a mental continuum, well, I don't know. What's your programming like? What's the terms of service again? I don't know if I like those.